Alright, welcome back. It's your boy Amp. Back to the story. Don't know what happened there. I don't know why it disconnected. I guess my wires were just starting to get like pulling on each other way too much and started just causing some problems there. I have no idea what happened. But it should be fine now. Let's get back. Okay. Troy, where did Estelle go? She went to check on the world tree. I mean, the tree of emptiness. She said she was gonna weather it until it dies, and then she'll end the Felt era and create a new land. I see. I wish there was something I could do for her, but there isn't. It's all gone, all of it. Everything is so. Everything we all worked for, destroyed, just like that, for no reason at all. I guess that there really isn't any way left to save Britain. I didn't feel fair that I was the only one who gets to survive, that I get to stay behind in the future. Mash. You got it all wrong, Mash. You're not staying behind in the future. You're going to go back home. Remember, you never belonged in the Fey era in the first place. So it's good that you're going to go back, even if Cell said this would wrap everything up nice and neat. That didn't cheer you up. Fine. If you're that worried about it, I'll make you a special promise. I promise that I promise that I'll prove you coming here to this era wasn't a mistake. A special promise? That's right. You know, I used to be a real jerk before I lost to Estelle. I was violent and selfish, and everyone else in the Wind Clan hated me. But then I joined Estelle and went around Britain beating up bad guys with her. It was a lot of fun and all, but it also always kind of felt empty, like there was a big hole in my heart. I used to wonder what it was. I really wanted to do, what I should do, and what would bring me real joy. But then you came along and filled that hole for me, Mash. Remember when you told me about Hobbytrot, the fairy from Scotland? I don't know which me is right, this Lostbelt me or the one from proper human history, but I don't care. The other me you described just sounded so happy, I decided that that's who I want to be. You gave me a dream worth living for, Mash. And I don't mean a dream of becoming a Hobbytrot from proper human history. No, my dream is to see you into a bride ground, getting happily married. Now that you've given me that dream, I'm gonna hold on to it forever. I'm always gonna be grateful you came here. So just you wait right here, and don't worry about a thing. While you're asleep, I'm gonna become a great tailor and see off at least 100 brides. That way, maybe my own little wish will come true too. I mean, if I can't make 100 happy brides, that'll definitely help me become. If I can't make 100 brides happy, that'll definitely help me become a real grown-up. Right. That's right. Knowing you, Trubbit, I'm sure you'll become the best seamstress in the world. Right? So that's the promise. It's okay if you forget it as long as you keep waiting there. The next time we meet, I'm gonna be able to make a wonderful dress that'll look absolutely smashing on you. And so, Mash, the first Timlin, entered her slumber. It would be wrong for a human girl named Mash to exist in the Fey era, you see. So by insisting that the figure in this coffin was actually the first Timlin, there wouldn't be a paradox in the era of the High Queen that was to come. Great thinking, Estelle. You know what, Estelle? I still don't get why you're helping Mash. I'm not too smart, and even I could tell you won't gain anything from it. She has a special spirit orange. Oh, she looks fucking tired. Oh man, she has bags. Does he actually have eggs? Oh no, I guess it's not. She has a special spirit origin. Having someone like her working for me will be useful in the future. Gotcha. Well, I don't know much about that kind of stuff, so I'm not gonna ask anymore. You're about to kill the world tree, right? And a whole lot of fairies are gonna die, right? Then our journey together is over. I'm gonna go back to the south and work on my fairy training. And this time, I'll do it for myself. See you later, SL. It's been fun. I see. Goodbye, Habershot. Training for your own self is all well and good, but don't forget what I taught you either, okay? Oh? My diary, page 14,800. It's been 400 years since that day. Oh, it's okay. That's what I thought. Okay. I'm now known far and wide as the first class simster. I've even seen I've even seen more than 100 brides off, but my wish hasn't come true. Of course it hasn't. After all, I still haven't been able to make a dress for my first bride, the one I cared about more than any other. My legs won't work. My legs don't work so well lately. My eyesight is fading, and I can barely hold this pen. Meanwhile, Britain hasn't changed one bit. Ever since Asil quit being its savior, war between the clan has resumed, worse than ever. Now it's the year... Wow. Now it's year 12,000. The year of the great calamity that occurs every 1,000 years. Asil said this is when Britain is supposed to come to an end. But I know that it won't. Mash told me it still exists in the future. Okay. No one should find me here. I sat down in a corner of a northern cave. As soon as I did, my eyes stopped working, my mouth stopped moving, my mind started to go blank. Huh? I must have been more tired than I thought. Let's see. 2019. Sheffield Castle Tower. I sprinkled the purification powder Rim made for me on my head. I heard the world breaking apart far off in the distance. I could hear the screams of fairies as they perish. It was the winter storm ringing of the bell of vengeance. Asil had returned from Okti, the world's end. The last war. There's no more Uther, no more Round Table, no more Ector, and no more Grimm. It's just her and the war winter. Sorry, I couldn't be out there with you, Asil, but fighting just takes too much out of me. This is the end of the fair era, the moment that made our entire pilgrimage meaningless. The time a savior vanished from history and disappeared from everyone's memory. Oh jeez, what the fuck happened? Oh yeah, yippee. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. No battle. Okay, cool. More story. Yeah, I get to read a lot. About time we made it. So this is the normal point in Britain, huh? If this was proper human history of Britain, we'd be around Enbury, I'd say. But it looks like this is about as far north as this version of Britain goes. I've heard it was cold here, but I wasn't expecting to be this cold. It never gets anything near this chilly in the south. It's not as bad as Russia, but it's still freezing. Just look at all the snow. Those are the tears of the Rain Clan. They're all that remains of the Rain Clan after it was wiped out in the year, in the Fey era of 400. Yeah, no, I said 4,000. That was the right one. They're a song of grief and amation to the other clans, and an apology meant for the Fairy of Paradise. Fairy of Paradise. Who's Fairy of Paradise? Exactly what it sounds like. A fairy who came from paradise. Don't worry, it'll all make sense soon. An apology made to the Fairy of Paradise. Come to think of it, why did the Rain Clan die out? Was it the Morgs or Northern Fairies? None. Nope. The Wind Clan, Earth, Fang, and Wind Clan all joined forces to wipe them out in one night. And an alliance between the four clans? That would definitely be enough to wipe out a single clan. But I thought that all the other clans hated each other until Morgan united all Britain. So how and why would that make many disparity clans form an alliance like that? Good question. It's hard to imagine what happened. It's hard to imagine that happening unless they all hated a Rain Clan even more. A strong common enemy and all that. Were the other clans just that afraid of the Rain Clan? Were they just that powerful? No, not at all. The Rain Clan was a quiet, peaceful clan, just like the Mirror Clan. The whole reason they took up residence here in the north was out of the desire not to fight clans in the south. Then, why? Because they hoped the fairy... because they helped the Fairy of Paradise. They took pity on her when she washed up here from paradise and raised her as her princess, like she was one of their own. The other clans, well, they didn't like that at all. They were all, no way we're gonna let her go on her pilgrimage. All those traitors need to die for this. Traitors? Sorry, no more chit-chat for now. We got someone here to welcome us in Norley. Oh, whoa! What a beautiful wolf. Its fur looks so warm. Yeah, that's almost something godly about it. Wait, is it actually a real divine? But there's no gods in Britain. Does this mean that there's a divine spirit somewhere nearby? It's heading off in that way. Do you think it wants us to follow it? Yep, there's a little boat up ahead I used to myself a long time ago. We can take it up to Orkney. Don't worry, it's only about a 30-minute ride, but once we get there, my adventure will be over. Archot, you're like dropping a lot of shit here. Are you like reincarnated? Is that the whole thing? Or are you like the reincarnation of like... Oh, well, I guess that is what fairies do, right? They like reincarnate into one another. Or into like their next stage. Shut up. Oh shit, wait. There we go. That's a lot better. That's a bit more useful, but... It looks like the white wolf's heading toward a campfire. Yeah, and there's another wolf already there, along with... Hey there. There you are, Frankie. Fakey. Want some of this fish Moran caught? That's a servant. This means there's been another proper human history servant beside Orion here. No, wait, I recognize that robe. Hey, about time you got here. I was beginning to think you'd never show up. Cuckoo-Lane! Cuckoo-Lane? Whoa there. Mind not calling me that? It really drags the spirit origin output down. Around here, I've gone by Grim for a long time now. Don't forget it. Grim, come to think of it, I do remember there being an old fairy by that name in Europe, but wasn't that also another name for the Northern Allfather? What? You didn't tell them about me? Arbitrage? Remember after I bailed you out in Sheffield? Yikes. There was so much happening back then, I didn't realize at the time that you really got an old Grim. What are you talking about? I'm as young as I ever was. I don't know where my predecessor was like, but I'm the second generation. Sorry to disappoint. Man, I had no idea time could be so brutal. Estelle dropped dead in shock as she saw you now. You're the sage, Cuchulainn? Sure, I'm glad to fit you in. Not like this is our first time meeting, isn't it? But first, I gotta see if the child prophecy there is the real deal or not. Damn, this card means business. If it's alright, we can fight back him? I think so. Just another test of skill, I guess. Got it. It seems that this man's more or less nice than your... it seems this man's much less nice than your usual acquaintances, Emp. I don't know why, but something about this guy really rubs me the wrong way. Come on, let's get him. The inner Shiro's coming out. He'll never forget. I wonder if that means that, like, if he sees archery, he feels like he has to prove something to him. Alright, well... kind of funny I choose Matt for this one. Oh crap, I don't think... yeah, Mep's not gonna have enough to actually get up to using her normal phantasm. So let's just bolster everything up. Alright. Get him, Mep! Get him! Get his ass! Beat the shit out of him! Huh, he lived. I honestly thought he would have died. Oh shit, that might be why I forgot to put her... I forgot to put on her little, the damage boost she's been getting able to get. Okay, that's better. I wonder, I thought she wasn't doing as much damage as possible. I forgot to use Morgan's first skill on her. Shit. Alright. Wait, shit, that's right. Curse isn't gonna kill him. I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna kill him. Game? 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 What's happening here? Okay, there we go.
人の業を最悪と共に灰になる。リターマン。
切り返します。援護。
That's nice.
戦線を離脱します。交代します。戦線は維
Alright,
持しておくように。
does Ku die here? Yes, he does. Okay.
熱を帯びなさい。マルミアドワーフ。へえ、そう乗ってあげるわ。と。どう？
I should have brought Okata Altar, because this would have gone a little bit faster if I did.
運命をかけた戦いであれば。
Okay, I have no idea what they're gonna use. I'm hoping it's nothing serious.
いかがでしょう。
That way everyone can survive, and I don't have to repeat this quest.
はい、ですね。
Or use any of my ley line. Dude, I am realizing right now I am actually one of those hoarders who are gonna like not use any of their material until like the end of the game. So I think I have like 46 ley line cubes, and I have not used a single one, like ever.
そろそろおも乗ってあげるわ。あらゆる力が私の力。人を滑る王権。人を虐げるコーチ。人を震わす恐怖。チャリオットマイラブ。
She's just giving him a lot of headbutts, a lot of bail rods.
それ。
How can you miss 2 crits? There we go. That should be done.
あらゆる力が私の力。人を滑る王権。
Oh, my organs.
人を虐げるコーチ。人を震わす恐怖。チャリオットマイラブ。
Oh, so it's still alive. Great.
と。もう。
Yay! I murdered your pet wolves! Yippee! Oh shit, that's right. Is it like Tuesday or something? So the child of prophecy likes to gang up on heroic spirits she never met before, huh? Alright, I see how it is. I have nothing to say to a kid who can't even be civil. Go on, get out of here. But, you said you were gonna, you were the one who said to bring it on, isn't that right, Imp? Hell, you were the one who said we should fight him. Grim didn't say that. Nope, I sure didn't. I just made a fire because it was so cold out here. Why are you such a damn child? Sulking like a little brat just cause you lost? Yeah, that's Grim, alright. He might be a grown-up now, but he's still as mean as ever. Alright, Grim, tell us what's going on here. How long have you been back in Britain? How long have you been back in Brick? How long have you been back? That sounds like... I mean, Grim, this wouldn't happen to be your second time being summoned here, would it? If so, would the first time be long ago, back in the Fey era? And the second time be, well, now? Oh, we got a clever one here. Guess you have to be, since you've already saved humanity once. Anyway, I think that's enough joking around for now. Now that I days with you, I can tell for sure that you are the child of prophecy, the fairy of paradise. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Graham the Sage. My true name is Kukule. I'm a heroic spirit from proper human history. 6,000 years ago, I was summoned here as a divine spirit of Odin. This time around, I've been standing guard here day and night for the last year on Odin's behalf. Oh, wow. Interesting. We got another chieftain god. A divine spirit? So then, is this one of those gods beings you told me about him? But he's so affirmable. At least he's not the least bit majestic. That's about the reaction I was going for. You're a lot more admirable than I expected. You're right. I'm not at all majestic. I might be here as Odin's proxy, but I'm still just another heroic spirit, like that old man over there. How about you just call me Grim? You know, like friendly older brother sorts. Ah, older brother? If you're here as a divine spirit proxy, then you just as might as well be an old man on the inside as I am. No way, I'm young in mind and body. Know why? Cause I bit it before I got old. I wonder why these two get along so poorly. I bet it's a whole fate thing. It's actually because they're a lot alike. I bet it's a whole fate thing. But never mind that. I got some explaining to do first, don't I? Fortunately, my role here is more than a little complicated. So I think I'll start by cleaning up that first. Listen up. You too, child prophecy. First off, my relation to Camelot. My relation to Chaldea. I'm the same heroic spirit you formed a contract with in Fuyuki. Yeah. I did get reset when I went back to the Throne of Heroes, but I retained my record on you, Olga, and King Arthur, who's still holding her ground here. I see. So you're talking about Singularity F, or Singularity X, as Chaldea defines it. The one that took place in Fuyuki in 2004. I've seen the data on that incident too. And I'm pretty sure any servant that has been dismissed would never bring back records with them. You can thank my divine spirit for stepping in on that. Hell, in my case, you could even call it a counterforce. The god who gave me this authority has basically said that he wanted me to watch over you guys from Chaldea. He's also the god of magecraft and wisdom, see? And apparently, he looked in the future and saw we need to do something here before things got real bad. By here, he meant Fuyuki in Britain, and by do something, he means... Well, it seems to come down to in a word, recovery. See, this god had his eye on this Lostbelt from a hell of a long time, multi-dimensional eye specifically. He first summoned me here 6,000 years ago to aid the fairy of paradise. That was the first Grimmett Sage. He was a pseudo-servant possessing a local fairy's body. I remember. He was about 14 years old and he had a sword instead of a staff. Did he now? Well, ain't that something. What kind of kid was he? He was a real brat, always getting in trouble, and so leaned on him a lot though. Oh, so it must have been Saber Kukulane. So you and I used to be battle buddies. That's good to hear. Yep, and after we parted with itself, the two of us talked a lot. You made that magical powder for me and came up with a plan, then disappeared during the Great Calamity, right? Yep, the previous Grim disappeared either because revoked his contract, or because she killed the Tree of Emptiness. But before he disappeared, Odin left some insurance in the form of a countermeasure to be implanted if this Lostbelt switched places with reality. He knew that once humanity, everyone, dies, ending the incarceration of humanity and has been resolved, there was no avoiding a bad ending, the reconstruction of humanity. All the necessary conditions were in place. So he figured that the least he could do was handle the issue here to take some of the load off of Chaldea. And I'm in the pursuit of servant he chose to help resolve that. In the first phase, he conferred his authority upon me and made me a caster. Then I showed up at point X for Yuki and formed a bond with Chaldea. After that, he sent me here in Britain, where humanity would be in a real dire strain if someone didn't step in. But I had no idea about the Grim the Sage before I got here. The only thing I heard was my duty as divine spirit of proper human history. I didn't know the first thing about this place, and I was in the same boat as Emp in that regard. So after I was summoned here, I spent a year investigating what had happened in the era of the Fae Queen. Learn about the Calamities, the clans, Morgan, the Timlins, the transition from Fae era to the era of the High Queen. And once I saw that in the bell tower here, I put most of the pieces together. I knew then that my job had to wait for you guys here to ensure that the pilgrimage succeeded and to get the Fairy of Paradise back to paradise. What does that mean exactly? Don't overthink it. It's just like Fuyuki. From here on, I'm going to accompany you in your journey. I'll act as one of your servants and all that. In exchange, I'm going to do whatever it takes to fulfill Asen's prophecy, the promise Asen couldn't keep. I guess Kid Me was too soft to get the job done, but that's a job Grim the Sage is here to do. It's an awful runaway way to summon a servant to help, but I guess I'm glad to have you on board, Grim the Sage. First off, we'd love to hear more about what you know about the Fae era and era of the High Queen, but before that... Thank God, Tommy. You're here looking for a shield growth, right? You're more worried about your trusty partner safety than fixing humanity. I know it's not very sagely, but personally, I couldn't agree more with that stance. Besides, I'm sure she knows way more about the Fae era than I do, as you may as well heard it from her. Thanks, Kukulane. Are you sure about this? Hey, our goal is basically the same. All you gotta do is to help me with mine. So, you know where Mesh is? Then does that mean... Yep. She's by the Bell of Pilgrimage. See that broken castle over there? That's a bell tower right on top. Well, that makes this simple. Come on, Em. Let's go get her. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. We got some real nasty things to get past between here and there. They look like some kind of ghosts you see wandering around the forest and the foggy woods, but they're all way tougher than you think. We still gotta get past them, of course, but don't go thinking they're weak just because they're ghosts. In fact, if things go wrong, you might find these creatures more harder than any other enemy you've ever fought so far. Huh, interesting. So, hobby trap. Oh, cool. A ruler. I love those. Yeah, it's fine. That's not the... Oh, I forgot to change the Mystic Code again. Okay, so Hobby Trot... Okay, so yeah, Hobby Trot isn't the same one. I guess she's just a reincarnation the same way as Kukulane is, probably. What? What I just... Why are they so healthy? They're way more tanky than I thought. What happened to the music? I'm so worried now.
熱を帯びなさい。丸にアドワーズ。あまり悩ませない。楽しくなるでしょ。
Why is the music so airy now? I hear something in the background, but... Oh, well, they have a sex. Didn't expect that. Alright, well, you're the healthiest one, so you're definitely gonna survive this.
それは絶えず見た滅びの夢。報いはなく救いはない。最果てにありながら森は明日を同じ。どうか知るべき。ロードレスキャメロット。分断する。アコーラ。光栄な本気です。
Oh, okay, but like, okay, so thinking of the story right now, I was thinking Hobbitrap might be the same one as the character that Mash knew, but I guess they're different people. She died in the Fey era. Then I guess it must be that they, at some point, they just... It seems like all the fairies may have just resetted. Like, they must have, like... Just... Okay, that was weird. They must have just all resetted themselves, like a restart button or like a respawn or something. Honestly, I really want to know what happened already. Like, I want to get through the story as much as possible just to know the history already. It's just gonna like torture me if I don't like have all my questions answered for it. I also still want to interact with more characters. I still want to see like the group interact with more Vargas, and I want to see the group interact with Croc. All right, so there we go. That should kill it. Interesting. Oh. I wonder if like the ghosts are just like knights of the of Lundium. Actually, looking at what was the name of this? Oh, just Knight B. Okay, yeah, maybe it's just Knight of Lundium. That's probably what they are. They're probably just act like a guard or something. I don't know. I'm very curious. Okay, the music's back now. It was just death for no reason. All right. Oh, just finding more? Okay. It's an archer, so I actually have a lancer here. Those ghosts, they were... Don't be hasty. The bell tower isn't going anywhere. We need to take it nice and slow through this fog if we're gonna stick together. Hey, Grim. We've covered enough ground by now that we ought to be at the bell tower. Now, we just went up a big staircase a while ago. So why are these things... What can I say? This stuff happens. Druids aren't usually the ones to communicate with the dead, but what the hell. They're asking if you're qualified. Looks like they really don't want you going on ahead. What do you say, Em? Want to wait here until the fog clears? No, I don't see that happen. No, I may not qualify, but I'm going up ahead anyway. Do you hear the man? We appreciate your warning, but you needed to have bothered. What are you guys still doing here anyway? Souls are supposed to be reincarnated. Here, how about we help you speed that along? Oh shit, are we gonna fight like the ghosts of like the previous hobby trot? Oh, that'd be a little depressing. Oh shit, no, it's Knights of the Round Table. This is a lot more problematic than I thought, because that means I'm not equipped as much as I thought it was just gonna be like a big morgue or like more knights, but that's actually a bit problematic. Oh shit. Oh shit, they have shit. Well, if they're gonna be problematic, I guess I just might as well just go ahead and nuke them right off the bat. Okay, I just want to get... Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's good. That's what I want. Let's go, Morgan. That's my girl. Oh shit, she's about to die. I need her to get rid of Tristan at the very least. Okay, oh shit, wow, Bargus, you're just... Not Bargus. Wow. Morgan, you're just ready to go, aren't you? Go ahead, murder your first kid. Alright, come on, give me... Yes! That's good. That's good. That's what I wanted. That's what I needed. Okay, you have... Might as well just use that. And I'm not going to use your actual Noble Phantasm because there's no reason for me to use it right now. Missed every single crit there. I'm so lucky we have nice thighs. Alright. Am I fighting King Arthur now? What's happening here? We made it to the top. There's the bell tower, just like Grim said, and over there... It's Mash! She's so pretty! Mash... She's shielded in ice? Oh, whoops. That's right. She's been in this coffin for the past 2,400 years. Since Fey Era 400s. 2,400 years? What? Your guess is as good as mine. You have to ask her about that yourself. But according to the notes the first Grim left, the coffin spell should be lifted once her master touches it. You made it. You two can finally be reunited. However, it looks like there's still one last obstacle left to overcome. You won't be able to get near the coffin or the bell unless we do something about these things. Get them hell, Toria. We're the only one who could beat them. Are you okay with this, Hobbytrot? Even through they're calling your name. I'm fine. You're just hearing things. Go on, Altair. Get them. This terrain this terrain beloved by the group of gentle, peaceful fairies is Okatin's holiest place. The ancient era these spirits belong to is long over. It's time they leave. A caster and saber. Well, that probably means Castoria and oh, the other one's supposed to be Grim as well, isn't it? Am I just getting Castoria and yeah, I am. Okay. There you go, Merlin, you have it. All right, if it's gonna be saber, it's gonna be a caster and it's gonna be a saber. What's a good one to use? You know what? It's been a while since I got to play with Vargas. And I'm just gonna put Morgan in there because I still need her to get enough bond points up to where Vargas? Where? Wait, hold on. Morgan, where are you? Oh, there you are. Then BB, then you're gonna actually have to do damage. So where's the card I usually tip? Okay, I'll take this one. I'm gonna mostly use Morgan. I could put Morgan just to spend her MP, but at the same time, I kind of want her to just generate crit stars instead. Everyone else will be focused on upgrading the amount of bond points I can get. Where the fuck is the C card? I always... Okay, there we go. Man, I should actually spend some time to thin this out a little bit more. And I'm actually gonna change this one. No, go back. Go back. Wait, what the fuck? Where'd it go? Oh my gosh. Go all the way around again. Okay, there you are. Alright, cool. Oh. Ooh, that's depressing. Ideal king. Oh, Uther, that's right. Uther would have been probably looking like a lot like Arthur. So I hope that was a previous. Yikes. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Oh. Might as well put them to rest now. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the caster first. They're gonna be the most problematic. Gosh, she's so pretty. Gosh, I love evil women. There we go. Oh wait, that's right. Damn, I actually could have gotten rid of that. I just remembered. Okay. Vargas. Okay, no, this is actually good. There we go. Alright, Vargas. I think Vargas will kill. I don't think Morgan's gonna be able to kill with her normal Phantasm, but Vargas should be able to eat away some of his actual attack up while also probably dealing the finishing blow. Oh wait, that's right. Morgan's also more effective against those at a round table, right? No, was it? Oh, he actually is gonna use his mobile phantasm. That's actually not what I expected. Oh, that. This just turned around for the fucking worse. Oopsies. I That is unfortunate. Okay, that's good. First off, let's do this. Do that. Gonna have to pray you're able to crit them to death. I think BB can do it. I think BB can definitely crit this enemy to death. I just first have to generate enough crit stars. Alright, that should be enough. I can just give Merlin's burst, and then that should be done a bit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, he's about to hit really fucking hard now. Okay. Okay, that should be death. Oh yeah, it's done. So I love BB. That's right, BB gets her... That's right, I totally forgot. BB's skill also gets better, doesn't it? I think it's her first skill that hits like a... I think it's an increase. I think it gets... Doesn't it drop like a bunch of crit stars? I have to look up later. I have to remember what it is. But if I remember correctly, I think we're supposed to get like another BB event. I don't think this year, but I think next year, if I remember right. Wasn't that... You did good out there. I think you both come to terms with things now, right? Once you ring the bell, Orchid's roll will be over. But first things first. Go ahead and touch the coffin, Imp. Once you do, she'll be back to normal. Lickily split. Go out slowly. Rash really is a pretty servant. Oh. Why? This was supposed to be the greatest day in Britain's history. Everything was supposed to change for the better. But they killed Uther. They slaughtered my entire round table like they were just trash. They asked the world of us. They thought the world of Uther. And now they poisoned him. They were too afraid to even face him. Those fucking cowards. Uther, talk to me. Uther, say something. Please, say anything. Just open up your eyes. I never let failure stop me. I kept trying all these thousands of years. Am I doomed to fail here too? Is it still not enough? Am I still not enough? Is it not... Can I not save Britain? Is there no Britain that could be mine? Peace, equality. I never should have tried for either. How dare they? How dare they? I will never forgive them, ever. Yeah. Huff. I was born in this Britain over 3,000 years ago. I defeated every calamity I've ever faced until today. And I was always hated afterwards, never praised, never loved. Then one day, after I've awoken for the latest of so many hibernations, I was forced to undergo and hide from these fairies. I finally understood. My enemy wasn't just the calamity, it was the fairies of Britain as well. They were pure and innocent in every true sense. They enjoyed both good and evil things alike without losing either their purity or innocence. They are, at their core, no different from those lonesome humans who drove me from Britain. So I crushed every possible source of malice. Vested interest, discrimination, oppression, envy, mockery, all of it. I tore up every weed to prevent malice from taking root, and all with their knowledge and consent. Maybe not every fairy agrees, but by and large, they understood that I would create a better future, and supported it. But just enough malice remained. A few fairies take a look at the foundation of peace so many have worked so hard to build, and tore it apart because they didn't like it because they could. I give up. If even all this failed, if it all comes to nothing, then I can never believe in people's so-called goodness, nor ever understand it. Even if I did, what would be the point? Everything I did, everything I worked for, was just a waste of time. After all the times they betrayed me, I should have known better. It was still clung foolishly to the silver of hope. But now, because I wasted my time caring about something so utterly absurd, I failed yet again. If my intent is to keep Britain alive, if that's what I wanted, then I was a fool to think I was a fool to think being its savior was the way to accomplish it. No more. I will find another way, a better way. That's it. I won't deliver the fairies' absolution. I won't deliver salvation. Enough of this fairy of paradise, of being Avalon Le Fay. I should have ruled this land from the start. Sorry, as I thought, Estelle is probably Morgan. There she is. Oh, whoops. There she is. Sell the acquirer. Capture her alive. The clan's heads have ordered that she made a stand trial. Stop. Wait, I am not Sel. I'm not. But wait, who am I? Who am I? I heard a fairy scream in the distance. She wasn't me. She was the one who sold out to the clan's head. I used my Maycraft to arrest her memory and make her look like me. Once again, everyone will believe Estelle the Savior is dead. This time, she won't come back. I concern myself with calamities. I can't be bothered to stop at every little act of destruction. I have a more important task to focus on. In 400 years, before the next great calamity arrives, the Tree of Emptiness. a needle made on a foreign planet to close the seams in the universe. I already know how it works. It's beautifully designed, but that is no consequence to me. Take the rest of the universe for all I care, Celestial Sphere, but Britain is mine. I'm gonna end this cosmic fantasy and make my own dream come true. No more of this Lostbelt what-if absurdity. I will make my Britain real, even if I make it. I must stitch it to the fabric of this planet myself. Laudium is destroyed. The Savior has no doubt have been executed in Sudbury by now. Hector has already gone on his own. It is only us heading to Orkney. You're right all along, Mash. Our whole pilgrimage was for nothing. What? No, that's not... Please don't look so sad. I've gotten used to this. Besides, everything, all this, even this conversation we have now, is merely a hypothetical the Tree of Emptiness is creating. It doesn't matter what we do. The Fey Era is going to end, and the era of the Fey Queen will begin. Failure was probably inevitable. I just couldn't handle the way things ended. That's all. A cell. Laudium is destroyed. A cell is executed, and the first Timlin goes to Orkney along with her coffin. That's how the Savior's tale ends in the era of the High Queen you came from. So we need to make sure that's exactly how things turn out, and there will be no paradox when you wake up. The Fey Era will last for about 400 more years. Then, in its 12,000th year, the next great calamity will destroy everything, and the era of the High Queen will begin without the Tree of Emptiness. Once the era of the High Queen begins, you will be unable to act as Mash until after the calamity of Northwich in 2019. If you do anything at all as Mash, the world will see you as a paradox from the Fey Era and erase you. I see. So the moment I was sent into the Fey Era with the water mirror, I was bound to live out the rest of my life in it. And get back to the time I come from, I need to be inside a quantum coffin. That's right. Even though we know how the ray shift works, we can't travel through space-time without a coffin. That's probably why Morgan only sends Calamity back in time to the Fey Era. The Fey Era can tolerate a few inconsistency as long as the era of the High Queen remains intact. Nothing else matters to her. I doubt she cares at all about the suffering the calamities she sends back to the Fey Era will cause. Besides, to be perfectly honest, I knew how this is all going to turn out. Even if you never came from the future to make it clear, I always knew the Savior would fail. Huh? So, you already knew that the Fey Era would end and the era of the High Queen would follow? No, not that part, I don't know. But, by the year you came from, AD 2019, or 14,019 in Fate Fey Era terms, Britain would already be destroyed. That's what happens in the first Lostbelt Britain, the first one. That's what happened. What? But I didn't like that, so I came to the Fey Era from the future, like you. From my perspective, this has always been the second version of what? Wait, hold on. No, that part I didn't know. But by the year you came from AD, 14, Britain was already destroyed. That's what happened in the first Lostbelt Britain, the real one. But I didn't like that, so I came to the Fey Era from the future, like you. From my perspective, this had always been a second version. Okay. But through now that you're here, I suppose you can call it the third one. Or maybe it's just a slightly different take on the second, since we kept the basic change of events the same. I ask you something? Does that mean your real name is... Oh, good, it looks like Tora found us a boat. Come on, let's go, Mash. This is Galahad, first of the Timlins. That is your name, now that you're going to go into the coffin. Have you said your goodbyes to Tonroi? I see. So she made a promise to you. I think I better explain something to you, Galahad. When the Fey era transitions into the era of the High Queen, all the information that was added in this new second version of this world will be erased. The era of the High Queen will be a continuation of the events from the original second version. The first and new second version will never have existed. The only thing that will carry over is you, sleeping in this coffin. In 400 years, when the era of the High Queen has begun, I don't think even I will remember you. More precisely, I will become the second version of myself once again. So if the Fae were to try and bring memories from this new second era into the era of the High Queen, then the world would perceive that fairy as a foreign element, a being who was never part of the second version of Fae era. You mean, it's as though she never existed in history? I do my best to prevent that from happening. As long as no one perceives a contradiction in history, she should be able to exist. It's no trouble. I've already intended to have you forget everything I'm about to tell you for as long as you remain in Britain anyway. Listen to me closely, Galahad. What I'm about to tell you now is for after you awaken up from your slumber. If you and Chaldea should succeed at exercising Morgan's Fey Britain, then the battle that awaits you in the next Lostbelt will be the same as the one I faced. It will be a battle to make peace with your own hearts, a battle to understand life itself. As long as your reasons to fight have been as good as a reason to fight have been, you lack the will to do so. You may not have been aware of it, but you've been thinking of the power to hurt others, to hurt the world, as something bad. Consequently, you've been running from it. But everyone has the ability to cause harm, and the responsibility that comes with it. It isn't that humans want to do good, they just keep choosing things that they think will give them the best possible future. There's no right answer to those choices, no matter how many people they may end up saving. Since there's no real answer, you must decide for yourself what to protect and what you will fight against, Galahad. You will come to know many hearts and minds, and all will be different. Some will try to understand, some will refuse to give up. Some will be accepting, some will refuse to succumb to hate. Some will try to shake hurt off, some will refuse to be corrupted or influenced. But no matter how wonderful a person may be, they will never have a heart free of conflict. Every heart has its battles to fight. Please, try to stop running from it. Because where the hole in your heart is filled with a reason to fight that's all your own, then Galahad will once again trust you with all his power. No heart free of conflict, no matter what sort of person you are. That's right. You probably have forgotten this by the time you awaken, but when the time comes, I'm sure you'll remember. Even I can't say whether you'll become someone different like I did, or if you remain yourself as you continue to grow. This is goodbye. Oh, and one final thing. You should know that even if you should meet me after you wake up, I won't know you. I may think of the coffin I left here after you are caught up in the... I may think of the coffin I left here after you are caught up in the water mirror in Northwich. I may even realize what it all means. But I'm quite sure that the me you will meet will no longer be a cell. Thank you so much for everything, Asel. Even if you knew how things were going to turn out, I'd still think your journey did the name Savior justice. Well, sure, we gave it all we had, didn't we? Farewell, brave knight of the future. In the light of your achievements, I'll let you in on a secret. Asel the Savior isn't my real name. My adopted mother gave it to me after Orkton was destroyed. My true name is Morgan. I'm Abba LaFay, the fairy of paradise who watched up here from the planet's inner sea to save Britain. I'm also King Arthur's archenemy, the witch who destroyed all of Britain in proper human history. That same and the Lostbelt King who awaits you in the distant future, the one Chaldea must defeat. Oh man, that's fucked up, man. The ice. It's breaking. Whoa, gotcha, Mash. Is this Orkney? I think I was just told something very important. Are you awake now? Senpai? Yeah, it's me. Welcome back, Mash. It's time for good. Right. I'm back, Senpai. I've been on a very, very long journey. There's so many things I want to tell you. There's Sheffield, the Fey era, and Sel the Savior, the one who sent me back here. And so, at long last, she and Empa was reunited. Finally freed from the coffin, he took her he took her in his arms and held her tightly. They embraced warmly and quietly, each treasuring the other's presence. Upon seeing this heartwarming and eye-searing sight, Upon seeing this heartwarming and eye-searing sight, I found myself disappointed. I let out a sigh of relief and disappointment. The mage from the world of humans, a young man upon whose others placed a crushing burden upon, regardless of how he felt about it. Sure, he wasn't perfect. He lied, obfuscated, and made plenty of mistakes. But it's always immediately clear that he was doing his best to help hide his dissatisfaction, no matter how much he tries to cover it up. That's why I couldn't help but come with him all this way. But now, I can see he was a true friend, one he really cared. I could see he has a true friend, one he really cares about. That's great. It makes sense, really. He would never have made it this far if he hadn't put his trust in others. Of course, I should have known that he and I were nothing alike. That's everything I experienced here in Britain, and to sum it up, there's been 2 iterations of Fey era. Sel the Savior has been alive for 6,000 years, and she's also actually Queen Morgan. While Sel wasn't capable of it, as Queen Morgan, she was able to race shift stuff. Finally, Sel also referred to herself as the Fairy of Paradise. Does any of that help? Definitely. If anything, I now have a pretty good idea as to how the era of the Fey Queen, that is, the current era, Fairy Britain, came about. You do? I don't get it at all. My only thoughts upon hearing this was I guess Japan wasn't the only island nation whose people had nothing better to do but fight each other. Oh, believe me, that's got nothing to do with being an island. It's pretty much the same in Europe. Whatever their territorial, religious, or class differences, you're gonna get a war. That said, an island nation obviously doesn't have to worry about invaders as much thanks to the lack of adjoining lands, though it first does inevitably end up being waged among its own people. Yet even so, there's something off about Britain. Sure, it has more than its share of problems, like the lack of land, lack of humans, and different ethnic groups taking up residence in the form of northern fairies. But even so, there should have been able to put aside differences and come together as a nation sooner. And yet, it sounds as though there was no end of wars during all of Fae era, no matter how many times the Savior smoothed things over. Do you know what the cause of that constant discord was, Emp? The calamities? The Fairy of Paradise? That's right, the Fairy of Paradise, Avalon LaFay. In addition to the clan's turf war, their main issue was what to do with her. Their opinion was split right down the middle. And before we got into that, I think it's better we cleared up what exactly the Fairy Paradise is. Isn't that right, Alteria? Go on ahead. It's about time you told them the duty you've known about the duty you've been given when you were born. Easy there, Grim. You don't have to be that hard on her. You mean I didn't tell you already? That's weird. I guess it slipped my mind. Okay. I can tell you now. It's not like it's a big secret after all. As you can probably guess from the name, the Fairy of Paradise is the fairy that was sent here from Avalon, the planet's inner sea. The duty part, through, that's a little vague. When I was born, I heard a voice telling me to venture into Britain and right its wrongs. That's it. That's all I got. I think it must have been the same as my predecessor, the Fairy of the Lake. Apparently, the Fairy of Paradise is a star seed that washed up on the Earth's surface from paradise. If she's lucky enough to take root on the surface, she then becomes an infant of sorts, and keeps growing like a human until she reaches her mature form. Most fairies seem to either love or hate her for that. Morgan must have been the star seed when she washed up in Orkney all those years ago. The Rain Clan leader then raised her as a daughter, which ultimately led to Orkney being destroyed. In my case, I guess I first washed up in the Lake District, after which the Mirror Clan threw me out in the sea. It was a pretty sheer luck that the fairies of Tango found and rescued me. So the clan saw the Fairy of Paradise as the enemy. Well, yes, but not all of them. If anything, the head of the Rain Clan raising Morga like she was her own daughter. Through that also led to the other clans putting aside the differences just to wipe them out. It's the upper class fairy with the most prominent bloodlines who must hate and fear the Fairy of Paradise. And that's because they don't want her to form a new clan. She wasn't born in Britain. That's right, the Fairy of Paradise. The Fairy of Paradise may be a fairy, but she's not a fairy of Britain. As far as the clans are concerned, both Morgan and Altera are invaders from the foreign world. Or foreign land. Well, more specifically, they probably see her as the Isle's rightful heir. Oh, they see them as the Isle's rightful heir. The Rain Clan heard the voice of the Paradise and decided to follow the Fairy of Paradise. They believe Morgan was truly meant to be the Isle's king. For them, the pilgrim was probably a ritual meant to return Britain to its rightful king. And the other clans, Win, Fang, and Wing, refused to accept that. Instead, they all banded together to destroy the Rain Clan and their hometown, Orkney. Right. That was the fall of Orkney that took place in the Fae era 4000. But the Fairy of Paradise survived the attack and began a journey to save Britain under the name Essel. Yep, That's probably the key point. How do you mean that? What do you mean? Let's go over the whole timeline briefly to make sure that we're all on the same page. I hope you don't mind, Altair, but it'll make things easier for us if we use BC. If we use BC mentioned method accounting. 12,000 BC, the British Lostbelt, a world comprised solely of fairies, came into existence. 11,000 BC, this is probably when the first Great Calamity struck. 6,000 BC, Britain's landmass grew out as far as what we called Scotland. The southern fairies accounted the northern fairies who'd been living off the woods formed on Avalon's remains, and the War Springs began. After the war, the Mirror Clan and the Rain Clan built their own kingdoms where the war was fought. When the war was fought. 4,000 BC, the fairy paradise washed up on Orkney, which is summarily destroyed by the Clan Alliance. 2,000 BC, the northern fairies arrived on Britain's soil once again for an Ireland to the west. This leads to the War of Summers, which would have wiped out the clans if Asel hadn't stepped in and broken peace. The northern fairies are then welcomed into Britain as a new clan, the King Clan. 400 BC, the War of Autumns, the Round Table, a group of humans and human sympathiers, began an armed uprising in the name of peaceful coexistence. This leads to Uther, a human king, being recognized as the clan by the clans as the first king of Britain. And then in Londinium, on the day of Uther's coronation, a group of insurrectionists destroyed the Round Table. Uther was poisoned. Asel is executed, and the savior is never seen in Britain again. And finally, we come to 1 BC. The year of Great Calamity wipes out most of the fairies in Britain and puts an end to the Fae era. That rough timeline and the major events in the Fae era based on all the information we've gotten so far. So what's the key point you mentioned? What else? The key point where the timeline diverged into the first and second versions. The first version, the original timeline, the Fairy of Paradise must have been killed in Orkney during the massacre in 4000 BC. In that timeline, Britain experienced a number of catastrophes. And in 1 BC, it ultimately became a completely dead wasteland. There must have been some few straggling survivors, but the land would never again gain the numbers it needed to flourish as a seed. I guess that's for the next 2,000 years or so. It became a vast wasteland where lower class fairies were just barely able to eke out a subsistence level existence, with nothing in the way of civilization. But if the Fairy of Paradise survived the attack in 4000 BC, then we get Fae Britain we know now, huh? Gotcha. So she really is protecting Britain, at least technically. That's right. Over 90% of the Fae population was wiped out by the Great Calamity of 1 BC. That's when the death they incurred at London finally caught up to them. It all happened on an unprecedented scale. There was a Calamity of the Beast, which There was the Calamity of the Beast, which devoured the Fairy City, and the Calamity of Flames, which raised everything from the ground. According to the first Grimm's notes, those are the two calamities that ended the British Lostbelt. However, we still don't know how she did it, but it was after that all went down that Morgan began her era. She must have used a spell powerful enough to wither the whole damn Tree of Emptiness. That was when she stopped the British Lostbelt from ending there and revived it as the Fairy Britain. Yup. When she did, the fairies who nearly became driven to extinction came back as their next generation successors. Oh, okay. And just a few months later, things were back to normal. The clans at each other's throat again. That was when the invader appeared. Wait, that's when an invader appeared, one that all the fairies quaked in their boots. She came from Norton, Britain's long-forgotten north, and the storm came with her. Once again, the fairies banded together to try to kill her, but she was far stronger than all of them combined. And so, the invader dominated all of Fairy Britain herself and built the castle Camelot beside the pit as her sign of dominance. The invader was Morgan, and the war of her invasion began with the War of Winter. Wait, hold on, what? Wait, I feel like I'm missing something here. Wait, okay, that's where she shows up. So that's when Morgan shows up. Got you, Stephanie. Okay, so Morgan was originally supposed to die here. Morgan didn't die here, hence the repeat. Base of Calamity of the Beasts and Calamity of the Flames. Alright. Okay, so that must be... Okay, so... That must... Okay, so 1-8 BC must be where she... Okay, yeah, so that's where she kills the Tree of Emptiness. Does that mean she probably also commit... Is that... She must, That's probably what she used to, like, kill the Calamities, along with, also probably killing the other Lostbelt's tree. That, or she just did it with the other stuff she had it. Yep, that's when she did. A few months later, when they're back to chart though, that's when they appear. Okay. Alright, I see. Okay. The invader was Morgan. That's when they began the War of Summers. The event that ushered in the first year was the era of the High Queen, or 1 AD, in proper human history. But so what? However she might end up there, Morgan's still a threat to proper human history and must be stopped. So as another fairy of paradise like her, you were the only one who could defeat her and return the Britain to the way it should be. Right, I guess so. What do you think, Mash? Do you want to fight Morgan? I did think of Queen Morgan as a friend. But I'm still willing to fight her. I promised Bogar, Rob, Wang, and Winky, and so many others that I would save the fairies of Britain. I was trying to talk to her first, of course, but if she won't listen and finds our only options, then I won't hold back. I mean, Iselda Savior's friend. I may be Iselda Savior's friend, but I'm not one of Queen Morgan's knights. Right, of course. Man, she's so reasonable. Oh, responsible. Are you done talking? Then hurry up and ring the bell so we can go back to Britain already. I don't know about you guys, but I've had enough of this cold place. Enough of this cold. Plus, the others are probably worried about us. Alright, Hobbycat. Oh, right, that's right. Hobbycat's here too, Mash. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. Hobbytrat, was it? You must be one of the fairies who've been helping Senpai on the journey here. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks, but you really don't have to be so formal. I just kinda... Huh? It's kinda... What should I say? This is how it is. I mean, When did I say she and I were friends, or even acquaintances? I'm just a guy, that's all. And now that my job's done, I can go back to taking it easy. I mean, sure, you did kind of show up out of nowhere. But even though you've been great about keeping M's spirits, we never did learn much about you. So why did you do that? How did you even know about Grimm? Oh, that? He and I met a long time ago, right, Grimm? It was all part of the plan, wasn't it? Yeah, I guess so. I probably did plan all this. Good job, Howard Chop. Now everything's wrapped up all nice neat. See? I may be a weak lower-class fairy, but I'm still worried about Faye Britton. Now go on and ring the bell. Wait, what? What? Wait, what's happening? Wait, what? Does Mash not remember Hobbytrot? Once you do that, you can finally be on the level ground with Morgan. Alright. I'm still not entirely sure about what's going on, but I can't say no to those eyes. Song of Paradise. Voice of the Inner Sea, you were who was born to be selected to decide the fate of this land and see justice be done. Wait, I'm still kind of confused about the fact that Hobbytrot doesn't know who Mash is. The bells of bones of Inception shall show you the way. Forgive us for us those sins. Man, going back is way easier than getting there. I say we make it back to mainland before sunset. Then I'll take it we're going to Enbury next, right? Like we discussed in Orkney. Yep. We just gotta talk to Correct. Last time, she wouldn't have given us a time of day. But now, Tara is the leader of the Round Table, and she's rung forward the bells of pilgrimage. Between that and the fact that she and Korak are old friends, she should be more than willing to negotiate with us. Right out there? Huh? Wait, are we at the Ashen Shore? Something on the mind? Oh, I see. We've already made it back. I kinda zoned it out. So, did the bell ring like it was supposed to? Am I any different now? Don't worry, the bell rang nice and loud, and your spirit origin's definitely stronger. You may still be no match for Morgan, but no ordinary fairy stands a chance against you now. Yep, Kirk should be having any issue with forming an alliance with us now. So let's march right up to Enbury and get this anti-queen correlation underway. Oh. An anti-queen correlation, huh? True, if Kadak was willing to join us, we should have enough to make an army to give us a fighting chance. But Queen Morgan should protect all of Britain on her own for 2,000 years, right? I honestly don't know if I could look someone so amazing in the eyes. I really hope I could do this. Interesting. still surprised. Why doesn't... Did I just forget something? Did, like... I guess that's true. Some of her memories were altered, right? So I guess she wouldn't remember... But why she wouldn't... Wait, but she should remember Hobby Trot, right? Uh-huh. You're next. Okay, that appears twice in this. The southern fairies emerge victorious, annihilating the northern fairies entirely. The minstrel corpses of the innocent northern fairies muttered, "You're next." That's interesting. It's muttered twice in this. A powerful thing is born. She's Barga. She eats fairies. Born in the bog lake. Okay. The Cowpole Lord. Okay. Right, that's interesting. Okay. Saber has been born. A true king who will defeat the false king shall appear. The Mirror Clan is destroyed. Interesting. Chocolate Empire. Okay, we're just gonna go on. Interesting. I'm gonna have to go back to... Okay, at some point, I'm gonna have to actually go back, because, like, I want to see if the different options tell me more information, because I feel like, damn, I have to reread that, just to make sure I'm just surprised that Matt somehow doesn't know Hobby Trot. That's just weird. I hear a bell ringing. I hear bones, too. The harbor shall return to an empty shore. The calamity shall vanish into the distant sky. It's a signifier of the fairies' apologies. The sound of a soul accepting its sins. The round fortress shall burn, and the bell of water shall appear. Once all of them are rung, confessed sinners shall make the acquaintance of the guillotine. And as for the fairies of paradise, having fulfilled her role, the child prophet shall say farewell to her home. Yes, I offer fairies no salvation. I shall defend my land, nothing more. I will save the fairies, and I will carry on the duty I was given. With all the magical energy I stored in this throne, I have nothing to fear for the great humanity. Furthermost, only a chosen fairy can sit on this throne. The fairies' sign of my pilgrimage has ended. It's key to keeping Britain safe. Avalon LaFay, the anchor of paradise. You are neither like other fairies, nor the foreign mage. You have been chosen. You're neither a rebel nor an invader. You are the staff of selection's chosen wielder. You are alone have the right to bring me to justice, fairy sent from paradise. Even though you should fill the ocean with blood you shed in a battle against me, you shall be innocent of sin. I've been chosen. I'm not like the fairies of Britain, or my king of knights self from proper human history. I'm neither a rebel nor an invader. No matter how many fairies I kill because of the war I began, I will still be free. I would still be free to sin. If you wish to save Britain, you must defeat me and claim the throne for yourself. Go on, fulfill this absurd prophecy if you can. You should know better than anyone. You have no choice. That's right. Defeat Morgan, the fairy of paradise who forsook her duty, is my only choice if I'm going to save Britain. But what happens afterwards? What happens after I do something I don't want to do? Something no one wants me to do. I'm a fairy of paradise too. Is there anything anywhere I can call home? Hello, everyone. You got back sooner than I expected. Because you've been waiting us in the middle of the road. You're standing there like kind of reminding me of Benkin. Huh? Senpai? Da Vinci? Who's that? Why does he look exactly like Red Herring? Oh, Red Hair. Oh, that's Red Brick. He's a fairy from the Lostbelt and one of our trusty companions. Don't worry, he doesn't bite. I see. Nice to meet you, Red Brick. My name's Mash Carlite. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. It's a pleasure as all mine, sweet lady. How deliciously polite of you. Hang on through. Weren't you supposed to wait for us in Emerden? I was, but I'm not really one for staying put, you know. I thought I might run into you sooner if I was waiting near the entrance of the Ashen Sword, so I just ran up here. Alright then, I hop into the wagon. I'll make sure the ride to the Queen City of Emerden is as smooth as it can be. That sounds great. I've been thinking I was sick of walking everywhere. This is the biggest downside of being summoned as a caster. Your legs get way too tired too fast. Oh, one moment please. I don't believe we've met before. Oh my. Oh, my name is Grim. I'm a friend of them. A friend of them? Then does that mean you're also from Proper Human History? That's right, Proper Human History. Thank you, Mash. Any girl as thoughtful as you is especially welcome to ride on my wagon. Mash, can you come here a moment? Let's not dodge him, okay? Try not to spoil. Mash, come here a second. Don't try not to spoil. Right. I'm still not sure what your relationships are to one another, but I'll do my best to be careful. So you're both M's acquaintances from Proper Human History. Lord Muramasa, does this mean that you and Lord Grimm are two horse of the mate, so to speak? I guess we're in the same category technically. Why? Oh, it's nothing. My animal instincts tell me that the two of you are the best of friends. And I can't help but wonder which of you would win in the fights. What, you got it asked? Of course it'll be me. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Any fool can even ask any fool, and even they could tell you that Green would be the clear winner. Exactly. Who gives a fit about the actual fool to say? Alright, get over here. I'll take it easy on you and only use the back of my sword. Well, I'm impressed you can tell which is which. That thing is so dull, it might as well be a club. Alright, punk, you're going down. Oh, I just gotta knock them both out. Alright. Well. Yeah, of course. Merlin. Well, I'll just use a saber. And I'll just use Morgan as always. Where are you, Morgan? I always lose you. Hmm. Seriously, why can't Hobby Trust just remember? Listen. Hmm. Sorry, it's just I'm just so distracted by that. Like, I think I just have to go back. Maybe I just misread something, or just like maybe I just like misread that some of her memories are supposed to carry over or something, so she doesn't remember Hobby Trot. Or but like she meets Hobby Trot in 2019, so she should still be able to remember her, yet doesn't. But we also know that Hobby Trot or Totoro dies. Or very least it seems like she dies. So Hobby Trot must be her successor. Yeah, that must be it. She must be the successor, but and that doesn't explain the fact of how she knows all that knowledge. Oh, well, unless she isn't. Unless she didn't die. Because it seemed like she did die, but all of her knowledge is it just carried over? Is that it? Oh. Maybe that's what it is. Alright. Bonk these two already. There we go.
いいでしょう。私の足元で許しを乞いなさい。聖剣などこの程度。落ちよ。ロードレスキャメロット。モルゴ消えなさい。無礼に諦めなさい。
That's right. I guess technically they wouldn't know that Hobby Trot was actually with Matt for a while now. Oh, that's right. I think they probably do mention the fact that I think Hobby Trot does actually mention that she outside shouldn't be referred to as Hobby Trot by Mass. Okay, this should be about to get rid of. Yeah, there we go. It does get rid of. That's great. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, Gramps is fucking dead.
いいでしょう。私の足元で許しを乞いなさい。聖剣などこの程度。落ちよ。ロードレスキャメロット。アレイ触覚。露出。聖剣。両足。ブラックドッグ。 それはいつか来る兆しの星、希望の地、楽園の後、誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。 運命は誰もね。アラウンドカリバーン。
Alright, so that's 3 shields. Meaning I should be fine here. Oh, yep, okay.
焼き尽くせ火の巨人炎の檻ウィッカーマン
Ooh, I think that means that Morgan's gonna die.
いい判断。よく言いました。死になさい。そこだ。モルゴー。ありえない。
Yep, there we go.
があります。
アンサズアンサズ
Oh wow, I did not notice. Oh, why Arturia's at 110. Holy shit.
負けな。もちろんやります。うえー。立ちはだかるなら先生のプレイ。
首はもうつらねえよアンサズ
Alright, well. Okay, Vargas wins. There we go. Yeah, I guess, no, actually not. I think I do remember. I think Haberja does mention to pretend that they don't really, did she ever say the match not to know her outside when they're not alone? I guess so. Must be, maybe. I don't know, dude. It's just something that seems so weird. I don't know, maybe it's just not translated properly. Maybe it's supposed to hint at that they clearly do know each other, just trying to pretend not to.
そうか。楽しみにしていたのだと。
And the winner is neither of you. The truly strong don't get into stupid brawls. And the terror got you both beat there. Hold on, I didn't really lose. The only reason we technically lost is because Grimm's was so-called mage ass doesn't have a single support skill. How am I supposed to know that you're such a crap fighter you can't even defend yourself? Besides, when it comes to guts, I got more than enough for a boatload of Vikings. Both of you, shut up and get on the wagon. We need to get to Edmonton today, damn it. I got fucking schooled. Oh, wow. That worked better than I thought anyway. Anyway, assuming that Grimm's walls are walking, the wagon can only hold 6 people, and there's 7 of us. Want me to follow along on my skis? That's okay. I'll ride on top of Redbrick's back. You don't mind, right, Redbrick? No, that should be fine. A little failure like you won't affect my performance at all. But we're still so far up north. Won't you get cold for riding outside? I could always run along the wagon instead. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'm used up to the cold here. Alright, let's go, Imp. I know that there used to be a village here in Edmonton a long time ago, but I don't know what became of it in the era of the era of the High Queen. Of course, given Croc's disdain for humans, I doubt it'll be more than a handful of people at the campsite. Chocolate Empire. Wait. I have to. Okay, yeah, I definitely have to go back and read Totoro's final scene just to make sure, because I might have read that part wrong. when she prickens like the memory salt, maybe it might have been a thing to specifically make sure that her successor will remember stuff. Because if I remember correctly, Totoro is also supposed to be that she only didn't she like only recently be like reborn or something? That would probably explain why. Why she talks in such old past tense. Attention, Senator Edmonton. Lady Croc has returned to the fair city for a temporary respite. She will be recuperating at the previous Queen grave for the next few days, after which she will once again depart for the front lines. Main street vendors may open for business after sundown. Don't let the city lamp lights die out. Remember, Lady Crocs love this nightless city with all her heart. Glory to the King Clan. Glory to Edmonton, the Queen City. Woohoo! At long last, it's time for war. I can't wait. I thought this day would never come. It's been 10 years since I escaped from the South. I'm proud to call myself a member of the King Clan now. Still can't believe how generous Lady Croc was to share her power with a good-for-nothing like me. I'll do anything to help her. I'll confide my whole stocks. Go on, help yourself for next to nothing. Do you have the latest daily reports? May I see? 29 military training exercise completes. The victory bell rings for the north. Even as I write these words, I can't help but tremble with awe at the sheer might of the King Clan's army. Even the giant troops who lacked the expertise we feared might hold our forces back have become excellent soldiers. If the way that these fine warriors fight make up for the lack of morgues in any distriction, Camelot's ramparts won't stand a chance. According to the first Captain Gerbel, our army could easily overthrow Camelot even if they were to march out today. Once the fighting begins, it will be over in 1, 2, maybe no more than 3 days or 4 at most. That last part's a little worrying, but Lady Croc's going to be on the front lines herself, right? We can't lose then. Besides, our king would never pick a fight she knew she couldn't win. Lady Croc can always use another pair of hands. Soldiers, mercs, barracks, transports, production. We need all the help we can get. Whatever job you take, you're guaranteed a fair wage. All we want to see from you is motivation. Also, if you know anyone affected with morgue sickness, please bring them in right away. If the disease is caught early, it can still be cured. I know, because I was once affected myself. Lady Croc doesn't discriminate between upper or lower class like Morgan. All she cares about is whether or not you have the will to live. And it's why the leader of our very own King Clan, who believes in all our citizens equally, should be the next King of Britain. Wow. She's a filthy communist. Wow. Like a stereotype. It's like the stereotype of evil empire come to life. Oh, killing stunning Crocs with their mites. I can't believe this. This is the northern village? It's even more developed than Sudbury. What in the world has happened here since the beginning of the era of the High Queen? I know how you feel. I was not the first time I came here too. My past self notes that the Northern Fairies used to be basically a small group of nomads. I guess Mad, the King Clan's last queen, must have been one hell of a leader. In just a single generation, she built a city that rivals the Edmonton of proper human history. And the city has more of the Northern Fairies as well as the fairies who immigrated here from the south to boot. I don't know where you're going looking off like so smug about that. Got nothing to do with their success. Still, there's no denying this is one hell of a city. Everything from the foot traffic to the business dealings feels like a real deal. And there's a large cathedral here too. Yep, and there's just a beautiful church called St. Gil's Cathedral in our world of Normanton. It's probably another one of human history's convergence things. That said, the Emerton and proper human histories and the one here are built on very different grounds. Namely, this one looks like it was built on top of a rocky mountain. And unfortunately, there does seem to be any Horton Hills or Author's Seat here either. Hey, Mash, what do you know about Author's Seat is? I've only read about it, but yes, in proper human histories, Author's Seat is a well-known tourist spot. It's a steppy, rocky mountain not too far from Emerton's itself. According to legend, King Arthur himself once sat on it to look over the land, thus the name. I see. There's sure a lot of legends about King Arthur, huh? Yep. He's brought up in one form or another in probably all the big tourist spots. Some other notable ones are including Winchester, Bunterbury, Tango and the Cornwall. Getting back to our negotiations with Croc, they did say she's back here now, didn't they? So that probably means that she's in the palace then, right? Shall we barge in there now? Yeah, I guess. I guess Croc is technically our enemy. She's probably not exactly eager for an audience with us, but hold that thought for a minute. Hey, Em. I think Auteur is trying to do her headstrong thing again. Now what do we do? It's too bad Orbron isn't here right now. I mean, just look at her. Ahead on class with Croc. Now I'm finally get to let loose all those user pent up anger with frustration with her. That's funny. I love her. I love Crossoria. I definitely like to avoid so many gates. Well, what if we asked to meet with Product and say we're a group of her fans? Great. Now you're being weird too. Have you not been sleeping or something? Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt your discussion, but it looks like we have a company. They're very clearly heavily surrounded. We may have no choice but to fight. There, you see? I guess that stuff about the law and city order in this city was all a bunch of load of bunk. Then again, attacking outsiders without even a word of warning is the kind of thing I expect from a nation run by Croc. Alright, everyone, get your weapons ready. Once we break in through this dangro, we'll storm our way right into the castle. Thank you for coming, Lady Autoria. We've been waiting for you and your entourage to arrive. I'm sure you'll be tired from your long journey, but please, do try to compose yourself. Now, if you would kindly follow me to Cathedral, I can take you to Lady Croc right now. What? Oh right, I'd almost forgotten. I wrote a letter to make an appointment for you ahead of time. It says, Dear Croc, Queen of the North, get ready to see me, cause I'm coming for you tomorrow. Cheers. And of course, since I wrote such a nice letter, I got a nice reply not long after. It says, I am prepared for the child prophecy in the manner befitting a king. Best wishes. I must say, I thought the Northfares were all barbarians who solved their problems with violence. But it seems that Queen Croc is much more sophisticated than I realized. She's so cute and she's so pathetic. I love her. Okay. She's extended us an invitation. I guess we should take it up, her up on it. Huh? She actually accepted the invitation. She didn't try to kick in the front door. Really? Oh crap. All of you got oh crap. All of you get out of here. Take the back entrance. I want you out of this room in 2 seconds. Are you sure about this? Just a few months ago, you were gaily talking about knocking the child of prophecy down a few pegs. And showing her that ringing 4 bells weren't nearly enough to make a match for you. Change of plans, okay? I mean, how would it look if I greet a small group of peaceful visitors with a fully armed platoon? But you're still worried about your reputation. Isn't it at about the same level as an apple that missed harvest season? What's that? You're saying my rep already fell off from the tree and it's rolling in the mud? Is that way asking for 100 lashes? Okay, you heard her. Everyone, out. My apologies for keeping you waiting. The queen will see you in the cathedral now. So that's how it is, huh? And the mind games drag on. Well, well. How bold of you just to walk in here like this, Alteria? Does this mean you're finally scrounging up a bit of manners, guts, and confidence, then? You're not fooling anyone, Croc. We could hear your soldiers scrambling to get out of here. Don't be ridiculous. Those were my footsteps, no one else's. Now, I won't hear one more word about it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. I'm not surprised to see Oberon's not with you, but what about that other girl? You know, the one who looks like she was in heaven with her cheeks all popped out, full of my chocolate. Gareth, right? Gareth, I mean, Lady Gareth stayed in Lundium to defend as one of my knights. There's no sense in her coming all this way out here just to see another evil empire. She's already been to Camelot. Well, that's too bad. I was planning to give her a tour of my chocolate factory. Oh well, another time perhaps. Anyway, I know how you guys went up to Orkney without my permission. You know damn well that the North belongs to the King clan, and that trespassing is prohibited no matter what your reasoning might be. Honestly, what are you? Some bandits hiding out in the mountains? I guess you still have yet to learn your place. Oh, would you give us permission if we asked? We did go through the Lake Districts. You know. Huh? Croc, why did you freeze like that? I'm not frozen, I swear. Oh, what were these guards thinking? How could they let a human into my cathedral? I have to give them an extra special reward for this later. Oh, I see now. Sorry to interrupt your friendly chatter, but it seems like you already know that Orkton's bell has been rung. Good, that saves us the trouble of filling you in. Anyway, yes, Orkton's bell used to belong to the Ring Clan. Now that the Ring Clan is gone, the King Clans are the bell's de facto guardian, as you know. That means to the outsider, which is to say from Morgan's perspective, it looks like the King Clan has officially recognized the Child of Prophecy. What do you make of that? What do I make of that? Hold on, who are you? My name is Grim. Well, technically I'm the second to bear the name, but that's neither here nor there. I've been watching over Norton spell on behalf of Merlinus Aberus. Crap, I almost forgot. Which Queen Meb and oh crap, I almost forgot. When Queen Meb and Cuckling mix. Oh, you're right. Okay, Grim, hide. Oh, so you're Grim the Sage. The last queen told me you were a cold-blooded bastard, but you were bound to show up eventually. You once taught Aselda Savior the Magecraft, right? I see, if you're here, then the so-called Savior must be the real deal after all. Huh? Is that all you had to say, Croc? I mean, this Grim, you know? You don't feel any connection to his spirit origin? Well, what are you talking about? You there. Do we have a connection? Nope, not sure. Sure don't. You're Croc, the proud queen of the North. You care far more about your life and destiny here than you do about silly ties from human history. Like, personally, I for one, couldn't be happier about the last parts. Is that so? I don't know what this is all about, but thanks. I'll say this for you. You do have a nice smile. Anyway, that aside, Grim is right. Now that Orkland's bell has been rung, I don't have a lot of options here. Just this morning, Morgan sent me a final warning. It said, kill the Child of Prophecy at the Ashen Shore when she returns from Oakton. If you fail to do so, I would consider my treaty with the previous head of the King Clan null and void. The end. Ah, a treaty with the previous king of the previous head of the King Clan. What was she talking about? None of your business. The point is, if I don't kill the Child of Prophecy, there will be a war. Of course, I was already planning to fight Morgan at some point, so that part's fine. The only problem is you, Alteria. Remember what I told you before? Getting an army of my own, ringing at least 2 bells, learn to carry myself in a manner befitting of the Child of Prophecy, right? Well, well, you can rattle all that off so readily. I must have really gotten to you. Now I'm glad I took the time to deal with you before. Yes, those were my conditions. You met them, which means you're worthy of joining forces with me. This is why you came to Eglinton in the first place, right? Alliance between the King Clan and Child Prophecy. I like it. And that was easy. Way to go, Alteria. It's too soon to celebrate just yet, Emp. And Croc would never make things that easy. Just look at her. That face she's making right before she squeezed some sucker poor for everything they're worth. Hey, I've never made a face like that. Still, you're not wrong. My skin may smell of sweet honey and be wonderfully soft, but I myself am neither. I'm willing to form an alliance, but needless to say, I'm the only king. If you're going to join me, you need to plead your loyalty to me and obey my every command. Also, only fairies are willing to join my only fairies are welcome to join my alliance force. So, as far as the Round Table's army humans go, I think I'll turn them to bees and put them to work in my chocolate factory. I'm sure they'll be much happier that way, since the Stencil's pathetic, useless humans would be the first to die when the fighting starts. Anyway, okay. Wait, Emp, you don't have to say anything. Rock, the Round Table Army is the best army in all of Britain. The day we obey you is the day apples start falling back on 2 trees. If you want to command us, you're gonna have to pound us to submission first. So how's that? You, me, fairy to fairy. Unless, of course, you're too chicken to face me. Oh, you're on. This will be a battle to determine the next king of Britain. A fight for the throne, our pride, and beauty itself. I swear on the name of the previous king and the previous queen that I will face you alone and on fair ground, fairy to fairy. The winner will take command of our combined armed forces, and the loser has to do whatever the winner says. And as a bonus prize, the winner will also get to claim the foreign mage as her spouse. I love Croc. I'm so mad we never get her as a servant. Ugh. Huh? I missed that last condition, but fine, whatever you say. So how we're gonna this? Another chess match? Huh. Don't be ridiculous. This is Emerton, the headquarters of the entire Britain's sweet industry. There's only one kind of battle fought for pride and beauty around here. Valentine Mab Match, the ancient and traditional art of fire confederacy. Sorry, confectionery? What? Oh, you mean you don't know about it? I see. You really are just another country bumpkin, aren't you? Knock it off with the yo digs already. Besides, we country girls are tough cookies. Excuse me, I wasn't originally going to say anything, since there was no connection between Octaire and Croc. But now that the stakes have become personal for Katea, I have to ask, what exactly does a med match entail? Huh? That girl's got as much energy as a Timlin, but she also wears black armor and carries a great shield. Is she the one from Sheffield? Very well. I'll ignore your impotence this one time. The May match is the last will and testament of the King clan's previous leader, Queen Mab. It's the law to say that whatever makes the most delicate looking chocolate shall be queen. Pretty sweet, right? And I, Devil Karen, the chocolate fairy, shall be the judge. Wait, what? I can't believe Karen's here. Please tell me she's actually here. Like, please tell me she's an actual servant who's just here for fun. What the fuck? Hold up. Hold up. Oh my gosh, that's so much worse. This is, oh, that's so much worse. What the fuck? Alright, okay, I can't play around this one. Oh wow, that changed. What the fuck was that? I thought I was seeing Ultra Ego. I could have sworn I saw Ultra Ego. I didn't expect this. Wait, was I just stupid? Was I just seeing things? I thought, okay. I must have been seeing things, so I could have sworn the enemy was Ultra Ego. Okay, to be fair, if this is like the kind of soldiers Morgan not Morgan, if this is the kind of soldiers the King Clan just have, like, yeah, no shit, they could 100% actually probably take on Camelot if this is just the common soldier, or at the very least like some of the soldiers they have out of just chocolate they could just make. This really does feel like the Columbus fight a little bit. Wait. Okay, that's better. Okay. Are you kidding me? You didn't get the crit? Are you fucking... Okay, whatever. Shit, I don't think I might win this. Especially if Karen's... Well, one, she's a ruler, so that's gonna be problematic as is. I mean, she has like double the health. But she's also getting some kind of defense up. Probably because, like, I haven't killed Chocolate Hercules over here. Yeah, my damage is being rebuffed. Yeah, sure. Okay. Maybe it's a better idea if I just straight up probably use some kind of how would I word it? If I use some kind of involves piercing. If I end up losing this. Up there goes Castoria. Wow, that did nothing. Didn't even get to pop up anything from that. Okay, cool. First off,
可愛いのに綺麗でしょ。運命をかけた戦いであれば。宝具をいい判断、目を背けない。
keeping Morgan alive is here. Keeping Morgan alive is the end game. I need to keep her alive. Wait, what? Who got charmed? Morgan, you gay. Morgan's gay. I can't believe it. I did not expect this. Good for her. Do it again. Alright, just in case. I don't want Morgan to actually die. It would really be bad if she did. Also, wow, he is taking a lot of... Why is Chocolate Hercules taking so many of these noble phantasms to the face and still living? I know it's Hercules and everything, but like, holy shit. Wait, does he have a defense? Wait. No, he doesn't. He's just able to take a lot of that. Wow. Nope, okay. That's what I thought. Morgan! No, fuck, no, Summer, no Morgan. Borges, what the hell? I knew you were gay, but like, what the fuck? Oh my gosh, you can't be fucking serious. Her gay ass really just got hit by that. I can't fucking believe this. Alright, I have... How many? I have 10 of those. I'm not gonna use any of them, let's be honest. Alright, I guess I do have to set this up a little bit more competently. Do I actually have someone who's capable of actually doing damage? Or rather, actual, like, decent damage against a ruler? Actually, do I have any Avengers myself? I don't use Avenger much. We're actually... I'm gonna have to spam Noble Phantasms, which is probably gonna be best. I think it avoids also having to deal with her constantly passively charming characters if she gets hit. If that's the case, then where are you? There you are. It'll be a bit more ideal. First off, I should actually take this off as well, because that's actually pretty useless. There we go. Or actually, wait, hold on. Which one have I got? Actually, wait, hold on. This is better. There we go. And then the next thing I want to get, let's see. I actually need to be able to clear it. Well, I'm probably not gonna actually use much need for the clearing. I'll probably have to use a little bit more of the third skill. Whoa! Wow! I want to see if the dialogue's a bit different. I assume probably not. Okay. I did not choose any of the different dialogues. I didn't want to change anything. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just read it on my own time. Just to see if I miss anything. Alright, let's see how this works better. Alright, that should be good. I actually totally forgot she has a charm immunity. That's actually pretty good to have. Also, do I have any other servants that have charm immunity as passive? I don't think I actually do. I don't have Karma. She has one, but that's probably not going to work out for this situation. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Okay. Yep, that pretty much fixed that problem. Oh, what the fuck? What has happened to... Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh, what's happening to my footage? Is my capture card broken or something? Hold on. What the heck is happening here? Did my thing just crash or something? Wait, hold on. No, it's not changing. Oh gosh. Huh, I don't know what's happening here. It's not connecting, but it is connected. I think I have to like turn off the stream and turn it off once again. Alright, let me see if that works. If it doesn't, then I guess I'm just gonna stop streaming right there.